What's going on, everyone? I want to, as usual, share a life experience, a moment of conversation, something that sparked me to think a little bit so that you can have a little mojo, momentum in your daily life and your work life. And this one goes back to my days as a college athlete playing football at Ohio Wesleyan University. And in hindsight, I look back at this moment, like this is probably the moment where I realized, I didn't know it at the time, that I was no longer going to be a competitive athlete. And the scene is, we just got drummed by one of our rivals. We were at home and we're in the locker room late. For those of you to know, in football, there's always a reason why a group of athletes have to stay later. You're nursing an injury, you're talking to a journalist, a reporter, a coach, what have you. So it's a small group of us in the locker room, and one of our teammates comes out of the shower room. I'll leave out some of the details, but he comes out of the shower room. And by the way, I'm not talking about just a regular guy. You're talking about, the alpha dog on our defense, right? Signed as a free agent in the NFL with the Colts, played NFL Europe, right? A guy that, obviously was going to move on beyond where we were at the time as athletes. And here's what I picked up on. And I didn't realize at the time, but Ike was mumbling to himself the entire time, loudly mumbling. This is after the game. They stole my bike. They stole my bike and I let him get away. And he was still angry, really mad. We had no idea what he was talking about. And when we approached him, who stole your bike? Literally back then, some of us had bikes to get around campus. Like, who stole your bike? Like, what's up? And he said, MJ, they stole our bike and we let them get away with it. And that was all I can remember of the conversation. And what I later learned was that he was invoking the legend of Muhammad Ali. And legend has it that Muhammad Ali, back in the 60s, was at a local community event, had this shiny brand new bike, and he came out and some local neighborhood kids presumably had stole his bike. And he got so angry and so motivated to do something about it, he actually went and took up boxing, and there goes the story, right? So what Ike was invoking was this idea that he had to be fired up because that team, they were punks. They were on his space. They were stealing his bike, and he wasn't going to let them get away with it. And the rest of the team did. I was already thinking about partying, being on campus. And the point of this is we all talk about mindset. And I love the topic of mindset. And I totally get it. And what we're talking about with this level of an athlete is someone that's so committed to winning that it can actually change and alter your reality and the way you think. More importantly, what I learned, and this is what I've taken into my career, we've all got that backwards. It's actually how he thinks, the mindset he's got, the story that he created, right? This idea that he was going to persist and not let them get away with it. He wasn't going to quit. He was going to keep fighting. It's all the same talk track, right? That's what showed his commitment to success, not the other way around, right? He didn't say, I'm committed to success and I'm going to go. It wasn't the physical thing that it started with. It started most likely from when he got up, started thinking about the game, the competition, and putting himself in the mindset, shifting the way he approached things to get so fired up that he wasn't going to allow himself to really give up or give in. And if he did, it wasn't going, that stain and that hurt was going to stay with him well after the game. That's when I realized it wasn't staying with me. I was already on to the next thing. And that's when I realized, I think in hindsight, I realized, man, I might have some of the physical tools, but I no longer have the mental capacity to be a top-notch competitor. So in your profession, in your personal life, some of us can benefit from learning to shift our mindset, altering our reality, even if it's temporary, to show and prove and put yourself in a state to compete and win and be at a I'll say a supreme level. Hope this is helpful for you, and I'll be back for more.